Now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
And now for a taste of things to come.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome once again to the Casa D18 Studios YouTube channel. Now, today, I'm going to bring forth a brand new concept for a show, and I'd like your honest opinion on it. The idea is concerning songs and pop music, and are they connected? Do they tell the same story throughout? Some may be by the same band. Some may be by completely different artists. But there are a couple of different instances of this out there that I've discussed on streams before, and I thought that if you, the viewers, liked the concept, then maybe I would dive a little bit deeper into it. So with that in mind, consider this the pilot episode, if you will, for a show I'm calling Same Story, Different Song. Your response will determine if the show gets picked up or not and continues, or if it's a one and done, similar to a one-hit wonder. Now, the song that I've chosen for today isn't a song that I've gone into on a stream, at least that I can remember, about there being a possible connection to. Hence why I've decided for it to be the first one that I do. And honestly, the idea of this song being connected to another didn't hit me until I was at work one day. The second song in the proposed story connection came on over the PA system as it does almost every shift that I work. But for some reason on this particular day, my head didn't nod like yeah. My hips didn't move like yeah. On this day, for some reason, my brain began racing. And if you didn't pick up on the lyrical references, the song that came on the PA at my work was Party in the U.S.A. by Miley Cyrus. Now, this may be an interesting choice for a beginning, for someone like myself especially, but let me further explain. You see, I've been a fan of country music since the early 1990s, and I saw the rise and the subsequent downfall of Miley's father, Billy Ray Cyrus, firsthand. Nothing that he did wrong per se, he just fizzled out. Billy Ray's music career may have suffered, but his looks were enough to help him transition into an acting career. Billy Ray's music career began to hit a bit of a resurgence, thanks largely in part to him playing a fictionalized version of himself on Hannah Montana, being Miley's father. And during this resurgence, Billy Ray had a minor hit with a song called Ready, Set, Don't Go. There's actually two versions of the song. The official album version is just Billy Ray singing this heart-wrenching ballad about Miley leaving home to begin her journey on Hannah Montana, presumably even before he was cast to portray her dad on the show. The single version is a duet between Billy Ray and Miley, father and daughter. And this is the song that I feel connects to Party in the USA. Now you may be wondering to yourself, well, JJ, it's a father and daughter, so the connection would make sense, despite the obvious tempo differences between the two songs. Now, Ready, Set, Don't Go was written by Billy Ray Cyrus and Casey Beathard. Meanwhile, Party in the USA is written by Lucas Gottwald, Claude Kelly, and Jessica Cornish, who's better known as Jessie J. The song was originally intended for Jessie to sing it, but she felt that it didn't coincide with the darker, edgier material that was more of her signature. So right off the gate, we have a possible reason to believe that the two songs aren't connected. Completely different songwriters, completely different genres, and intended for completely different artists. However, when you examine the lyrics, this is where I feel like things really begin to piece themselves together. You see, in Ready, Set, Don't Go, Billy Ray sings, and I quote, "She's got to do what she's got to do, and I've got to like it or not. She's got dreams too big for this town, and she needs to give 'em a shot, whatever they are. Looks like she's all ready to leave, nothing left to pack. Ain't no room for me in that car, even if she asked me to tag along. God, I've got to be strong. She's at the starting line of the rest of her life, as ready as she's ever been. Got the hunger and the stars in her eyes. The prize is hers to win. She's waiting on my blessings before she hits that open road. But baby, get ready. Get set. Don't go." So, right at the outset of the song, we have Billy Ray telling us, the listeners, his feelings as Miley is left for Hollywood to begin her Hannah Montana journey. The line, "Ain't no room for me in that car, even if she asked me to tag along," is what leads me to believe that the song was written before Disney cast him to portray Miley, Hannah's dad. Now, as we begin Party in the USA, it's almost as if the story picks up after Miley lands in Hollywood. Because she sings, quote, I hopped off the plane at LAX with a dream and my cardigan. Welcome to the land of fame, excess. Am I gonna fit in? Jumped in the cab, here I am for the first time. Look to the right and I see the Hollywood sign. This is all so crazy. Everybody seems so famous. My tummy's turning and I'm feeling kind of homesick. Too much pressure and I'm nervous. That's when the taxi man turned on the radio and a Jay-Z song was on. So I put my hands up. They're playing my song. The butterflies fly away. I'm nodding my head like yeah, moving my hips like yeah. I got my hands up. They're playing my song. They know I'm gonna be okay. Yeah, it's a party in the USA. So just based on the two first verses, it almost comes off like a continuous story, or at least in my opinion. Then we get to the second verse of Ready, Set, Don't Go, and Billy Ray sings, quote, she says things are falling in place, feels like they're falling apart. I've painted this big old smile on my face to hide my broken heart. If only she knew. This is where I don't say what I want so bad to say. This is where I want to, but I won't get in the way of her and her dreams and spreading her wings. She's at the starting line of the rest of her life, as ready as she's ever been. Got the hunger and the stars in her eyes. The prize is hers to win. She's waiting on my blessings before she hits that open road. But baby, get ready, get set, don't go. Clearly, Billy Ray is having hesitation. He wants to try and stop Miley from leaving, probably because he's seen firsthand how cruel the entertainment industry can be. And he doesn't want that to happen to his baby girl. Interesting enough, when we get to Party in the USA's second verse, Miley seems to be having second thoughts as well. She says, quote, get to the club in my taxi cab. Everybody's looking at me now. Like, who's that chick that's rocking kicks? She's gotta be from out of town. So hard with my girls not around me. It's definitely not a Nashville party. 'Cause all I see are stilettos. I guess I never got the memo. My tummy's turning and I'm feeling kinda homesick. Too much pressure and I'm nervous. That's when the DJ dropped my favorite tune and a Britney song was on. So I put my hands up, they're playing my song, the butterflies fly away. Nodding my head like yeah, moving my hips like yeah. I got my hands up, they're playing my song, they know I'm gonna be okay. Yeah, it's a party in the USA. Now, unlike Billy Ray's song, Miley gives us a bridge before repeating the chorus, which kind of adds to her contemplation of leaving Hollywood to go back home. She says, quote, feel like hopping on a flight back to my hometown tonight. Something stops me every time. The DJ plays my song and I feel all right. So at the end of the day, the comfort of something familiar like a favorite song is all it takes to keep Miley on her journey. However, just like her dad's song, there's definitely an aura of contemplation and hesitation that goes through her head. wondering if she made the right decision. So, when it comes to the verdict here, I definitely don't think the sins are intentionally connected. Primarily, as I pointed out, due to the vastly different songwriters and the fact that the song was originally intended for Jessie J to sing and not Miley. Any similarities, I think, are purely coincidental. However, that being said, I do think both songs can be strung together to tell the same cohesive story. Whether it was intentional or not, I think it still works. Tell me though, what do you guys think? Are the two songs connected? Do they work together as a cohesive story? Or am I just tripping? Let me know. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you thumb up this video. It'll help boost it in the algorithms. Recommend my content to other people. Did you enjoy this show? Would you like to see more shows like this? I can think of at least 2 more instances off the top of my head. And I'm definitely open to suggestions from you, my viewers. If you know of 2 songs that you think are 2 parts of the same story. Now, just for clarification, I'm not talking about like diss tracks in hip hop, because clearly, just for an example, Ja Rule and 50 Cent. Clearly, we know they took shots at each other. So we know some of their songs are connected because 50 sang a song dissing Ja and Ja sang a song dissing 50 back. I'm not talking about stuff like that. We could be here all day doing diss tracks. I'm talking about songs like the 2 that I presented here today, that when you break them down and you listen to the lyrics, the songs could connect and tell a story, a bigger story than the 2.5, 3 minutes that each one, gives us on the radio or on the album. So, if you have suggestions, give them to me. I will definitely examine them. And if I feel the songs are connected as you do, I'll do an episode on them. But until we start to see the responses of this, see if this will become a continual series, I want to thank y'all for joining me and tuning in to this pilot episode for Same Story, Different Song, a brand new concept here on the Casa D18 Studios channel. And until next time, I am the Renegade J.J. Williams. Thank you for joining me. Catch you guys next time.